Alright guys, back again for another review. Big Tom.
Damien.
Today we are doing the mirror by Kato.
Yep, mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the most confusing atomizer maker of them all? The Mirror by Kato. As most of you probably know, Kato is the guy who designed the hammer, that fabulous pipe mod that I did love so much. And now he has brought us an atomizer, the Mirror. And it's a unique atomizer. It's made of 316 grade stainless steel, so it's a nice looking, nice feeling device. It currently retails at £115 and they're available on Schmo Vapes at the moment. And it's basically built for dual coil wicking with microcoils and cotton. That's kind of what the designers had in mind for it. Now, I've got to admit, when I first got it, on the first day, I've kind of stared at it for about an hour, took it all apart and was sort of like, how the fuck does this thing work? Tried to have a look at some reviews online, couldn't find many, or any actually, but luckily Uncle Todd contacted me and let me know, because he basically got one and he'd spent a little bit of time working it out, and he let me know basically how to get this whole fucking thing apart and what was basically the designs and that, so thank you Todd. We've currently spent the whole day re-wicking this and having a play with it, and yeah, it's a bit of a bastard, isn't it?
Yeah, just to let you all know, it looks like a K-Fun.
It does look, especially I've put a K-Fun drip tip on the top of this because we was laughing going, hey, that looks a bit like a K-Fun clone, doesn't it? Like a tobacco version that's just been polished. It does kind of look like a K-Fun, and it is exactly the same size as a K-Fun 3.1 ES. I don't think they had the drip tip in mind for it, so when I put it on I was like, fuck me, that looks like a K-Fun. And then when you're going into it you think, oh, it looks like a K-Fun, it must wick like a K-Fun. No.
Think again.
It doesn't. This is like, it's like Kato set out to make the most fucking hard-assed, confusing atomizer he could think of, and you've got to give him kudos, he did that, indeed, yeah. So, yeah, the quirkiness and the major design of this is the fact that you can change the deck from either the top to the bottom, so you can have your coils either at the top, so it's a top-fed atomizer, or the bottom, so it should be a bottom-fed atomizer. So that's kind of why he's called it the Mirror. You see what he did there? And yeah, it's kind of built for dual coils with cotton. So basically the top and the deck, it's built kind of like a Genesis atomizer, where you have your post in the middle with your grub screw. You would put your positive through the positive fucking poles. There we go, I'll spit it out in a minute. Tighten that down, and then you have your negative screws on the bottom of the deck, and then you attach them. So sort of like you would with mesh, with your stainless steel or whatever, but this is for obviously microcoils and cotton. Although you can use mesh in this, there is 4 holes in the top, or 4 holes in the deck, and you can put your stainless steel mesh through there and have it basically like a Genesis atomizer, or you can also do 2 U-wicks as well. But it's mainly been designed for cotton and microcoils. And in all honesty, when you get it right, when you do suss it, it's a really nice vape. However, another flaw with this, it does have a few, as far as I'm concerned, there is no adjustable airflow. You have on your top cap 2 holes bored at 1.5mm either side of your coils, and that is all you're fucking getting. Okay? No adjustable airflow on an Atty over £100.
It's a bit iffy, innit?
Shame. Anyway, Tom has put dual coil in this at the moment with some cotton. It is at the moment at 0.5 ohms with some lime sparkle by
Fair City Vapes.
Yeah, boom, boom. By Fair City Vapes, and it's wicked the treat. It takes a little bit of while to get going. We haven't had any problems with leaking. Some people have said there's been some problems with leaking and stuff like that, but we've kind of been lucky on that and haven't had any leaking issues. Although we've had a couple of times where we've only got 1 coil to light up, and then we had to fiddle about with it to get the other coil up. So this is not for the faint of heart, this atomizer. It's not for basically people new to rebuildables. Stick to your fucking K-Funs if you want to get into rebuildables and work your way up, because this is a tricky bastard.
It is, yeah, definitely. I've been a bit like this quite a bit, getting the juice down into the cotton. but it does vape really nice. The vape production is nice on the Yeti. It does look like K-Fun, which makes me giggle all the way. But it is a fiddly bastard, so if you do have a bit of problems with wicking and are a bit of a fiddly hand, I won't get this at all. But it is decent. It does look cool with the K-Fun drip tip.
Yep, we put a K-Fun drip tip on it, you know, just to give it a little bit of extra K-Fun cloney look. But yeah, I mean, it is different. It has stepped away from the norm, so it has tried to be something completely different, and I think it succeeds in a way. But like I said, it is a fiddly bastard. The negative posts are really quite low, so you do have to have quite a long leg to reach up to that microcoil if you want your microcoils to sit up sort of high up on your deck. It can be a bit of a tricky bastard. It ain't of the faint of heart.
It's not.
But I mean, it looks nice because probably it looks like a K-Fun.
We're all used to them, aren't we?
Yeah, we all like a K-Fun, don't we? And it's got that mirrored shine to it that you can only get with your Delta. But it is a bit more squared than your K-Fun. It doesn't have that roundy finesse sort of look. But yeah, it looks good in my shield. You know, we've got it on the Vigo at the moment, and obviously the finish is different. But yeah,
it doesn't come with a clear tank neither. It just comes with the stainless steel tank.
Yeah, it's all no clear tank for this. It's all stainless steel, and there is about fucking 760 bits to it and all. You know, what we'll do now is we'll go down to the table. We'll show you it in all its parts. We'll put a dual coil in it for you, and then we'll come back and give you our final thoughts. Hey.
Alright guys, so here we have the mirror by Kato. This has been my kryptonite for the last week, trying to build this bad boy. Just a laugh first of all to start off with. This, does it remind you of something when I put this on top? Looks like the cave. That's just a little laugh we've got at the minute. Me and Damien think it looks pretty much like the K-Fun. So we'll take this apart and we're going to rebuild it. Take off the top cap. You are surprised by this bad boy. Look how complex that looks. Crazy. Here's your positive post, just like the Genesis. And here are your -4 negative posts. So you can dual and quad coil this. I'm just going to take this top part off the deck, so I can start to build. And that's your tank section here, with mirror on there, with the mirror effect logo, which is pretty cool. So I'll just put the top cap and the tank to one side. I am going to be building a dual coil with this, with 28 gauge micro coil, 7 wraps. This is going to be a little fiddly, so let's go and have a look at this. So what you need to do is you need to get your wire through the hole in the main post here, just like that, as you can see, and then just trap it for the moment. Then what I'm going to do is pull the negative post up just a little bit. As you can see, they are really short, so they need to be raised quite high when doing this build. That is a, pardon the pun, but that is a negative about this atomizer, that the negative posts are really short. Does not give you much room to build and trap the wire underneath. So it is going to take me a minute just to do this because it is a fiddly bastard. So trap the wire underneath, pull it round just to make sure it's trapped. Push the wire a little bit back. I like to do that so I can trap the wire fully. As I said, this is a big negative, these negative posts. Screw it down as far as you can to trap it, and all we need to do now is just straighten out the microcoil itself. That's just one side done, so just tighten it a little bit more, put it through your rivet like I do just to straighten out your coils. And that's the first one done, so that's the first one done there, and I'll go and put the other one in. So here you have the deck of the mirror built up with the dual coils, looking kind of tasty. All I need to do now is put the cotton through and get this bad boy vaping, which is easy enough taken away like that. all you need to do is obviously feed it through the holes, which seems simple enough, just like that, and down the other one. Just make sure the cotton's obviously got a little bit of a thinner end to put through. If you have any problems obviously getting your cotton through, just grab your tweezers and pull your cotton through, just like that. Make sure it's not too tight in them holes, just like that. And I'll just grab the other piece of cotton now and put it through the other side. Just like that. And place it down. Does look a bit of a mess at the minute. Once it's all tidied up, it'll look nice. Just get it all tidied. Put all your cotton through. And then ready to juice up and vape. Best part. So I'll say just make sure it's not too tight. And there we go. Should look at something a little bit like this. Tidy enough. Just get my clippers. Clip away excess cotton. And then that'll be simple enough to put in the tank. So just cut off this rest of this cotton, and I'll show it set up in the tank. I've got everything here ready and built, cotton down, looks lovely. Just going to wet the coils a little bit. You can actually fill the tank by taking it off before you put the deck in, but what you can also do is you can just put a needle just like this, just down one of the gaps, and just fill your tank up. That's all you need to do. So let's just give this a fire. And there you have it. Perfect. So I'll just put the top on. Screw everything down. Add my drip tip. There we go. Have a bit vape on this beast. Perfect. Alright guys, so after looking at the Kato 3.1 clone, no, it's the mirror, I'm only joking. It does look so much like the Kato, it's unreal, but the internals are so different, you know, you can't knock it apart, but it's just a fucking Kato for me. Yeah, it looks like Kato, like I said, the insides couldn't be further away from a Kato, and in all honesty, if you're a person who loves to fucking fiddle and waste hours of your day with an atomizer, then this is the atomizer for you. Or if you're like me, who have more fucking children than Jacob in the Bible, then you don't really have time. You just want to wick something and get the fuck out of Dodge and have a vape whilst you've got 2 kids wrapped around your ankles and a fucking bike thrown at your face. You know, it's not simple, which is kind of cool in its own way, but I personally, my thoughts are it's overcomplicated. It really is. The negative screws are really low on that deck. The fact that it's basically only built for dual coiling, really, otherwise you're going to leave 2 holes in the top and potentially it's going to fucking leak everywhere. If you are on the fly and just want to throw a quick fucking wick in there and get out of Dodge and have a vape, then this ain't the one for you. No. You know, that's what you have a Kato for, really. Yeah, exactly. You know,
and in this day and age of cotton and microcoils, it's not the simplest as, you know, it is a lot of fucking faffing. It could be a lot simpler. I am waiting for the version 2, because the version 2 will have a lot bit more upgrades to it, because with the negative post, they're so far down, it's unreal to actually microcoil this without getting any dodge with your microcoil. So it stays in that high-end price range for atomizers as well. It's 115 quid landed. It does come in this weird sort of bicycle handle, you know, little case, which is cool. You get a little spare case here that you can put any of your atomizers in if you're taking them out, and that's cool. And you get your spare O-rings and bits and pieces like that.
And as you know, we do like packaging.
Oh yeah,
we do like our package.
I do rather something that just comes in some fucking bubble wrap, even though my kids love the bubble wrap, so keep that coming, lads. But yeah, that's quite cool. Yeah, it is different, okay? That is basically all you can say about it. If you want a sort of a micro coil and cotton build that sort of works in the same vein as a Genesis, then that's what this has done. And I think it's accomplished that. However, like I said, it is fucking, it's a pain in the arse. You know,
it does need flipping every now and then.
It does need flipping every now and then just to get that juice to soak up into the cotton. Once again, like I said, you can't, there's no clear tank to it. It is just a stainless steel tank to it. It's all stainless steel.
Yeah.
So the only chance you're going to know is if you run out of juice, if you taste it like fucking bonfire. Oh fuck, that needs juice. You know, so you are eventually going to get that little hit of nastiness if you're ready to find out whether it's fucking low. But I mean, a lot of people vape a lot of juice crackers nowadays and their aniseeds and stuff like that, so they're used to using steel tanks.
Looks, fucking looks. It's a K-Fun.
Yeah, for looks, it looks like the K-Fun Delta. It really does, and especially if you put a K-Fun drip tip on it. I don't necessarily use K-Fun drip tips really, but because of that's the first impression I've got of how it looks. I put one on it, and my God, it really did look like a fucking K-Fun. No adjustable airflow. No adjustable airflow. 115 quid. No adjustable airflow. What have I said to you before? Adjustable airflow, fucking everything. Okay, this is silly now. You've got fucking dual coils in there with cotton, and you're not giving us adjustable airflow. 1.5. So I think even Todd mentioned in his review there are going to be some people boring this out. But at the end of the day, it's £115 at it. You don't want to go at it with a fucking drill.
Default.
No matter how good you are, because if you ever do want to trade it or get rid of it or anything like that, somebody might not want the 2.5mm air hole, and there you have, you've bored it out.
Maybe that's another one for the maybe if you could change your top caps, and maybe that's another one for the upgrade. Maybe they should be able to bring out adjustable airflow or different sizes for your airflow.
You do have a few options, which is cool. Like I said, U-wick, mesh, or the cotton, you can do that. But the fact that you are sort of limited to only dual coil this, which is what it has been designed for, and the fact that it's not an atomizer for on the fly, you want an atomizer, especially in that price range, that is able to do that. That you could either single or dual coil or quad coil or whatever the fuck you want, but have those options. If you've got a bit of time on your hands, yeah, dual coil it, quad coil it, have a fucking blast, go fucking nuts. But if you fucking need a quick re-wick going on the firm and you got to go out or something like that, or your fucking kids are on holiday, God, fuck, that's my nightmare at the moment. Then you might want to be just a bit quicker and throw a fucking coil and wick in there and just off you go. And that is not what this is all about. This is basically a concentration fucking magnet.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks nice if you are into that look. Okay, it is like a shined looking K-Fun. It does have mirror written on it, with even the mirror mirrored underneath it to kind of be a bit, you know, it's a mirror.
I thought it looked a bit dodgy.
Yeah, it's that sort of calligraphy in it, writing on it. You do have an adjustable 510, which is cool. I do like the fact that, yeah, it has that adjustable 510. I like that. But yeah, it's just overcomplicated for me.
For the price, for me personally, if you bought this at 115, you'd instantly trade it because of how fiddly it is. Yeah. I'm sorry, but it is. Yeah,
it does have a nice weight, but you know, so does a lot of other atomizers
at that price range.
At that price range, that are quicker and do a few more bits and pieces than this, and have adjustable airflow, and can have the option of single, dual, or quad coils. Yeah. You might not, you know, I mean, I know we've said it before, but even the Rose you can stick some mesh in there. You know, even the Rose you can single coil it, dual coil it. Same with the K-Fun. You know, you can do all those things already. It's just, it's tried to be something a little bit overcomplicated, you know. So yeah, there you go. It vapes nice. You know, it's once it wicks and once it gets going on it, it goes quite nice. But you know, that's just the way it is. You do need quite low ohms for it as well if you're going to put it on a mech. Yeah. You know, it is. It's complicated to fuck. It kind of blew me away a little bit. Like
thanks, Uncle Todd.
Yeah, thanks, Uncle Todd, because I sat there for about an hour going, what the fuck? Where does this go? And how does that? I don't understand. And then he just went, oh, and I was like, oh, fucking hell. There comes the daddy again, saving my arse. You know what I mean? Even though he does think it's Christmas.
It's Easter.
It's Easter, Todd. Anyway, you know, so yeah, that's the Mirror by Kato. Another atomizer that tries to be completely different. It does succeed in being completely different, but maybe completely different isn't what we need at the moment, not in this vein anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can get these currently at Schmo Vapes at the moment. They're £115. I'll put the website above my head right now.
I thought you were going to forget that.
No, I'll never forget my big moment. Yeah, so if you are into something that's going to test you a little bit, and you do like faffing, and you do like trying lots of different builds, and you like your mesh, you like your UX, you like your cotton, you like to have all those options,
yeah,
and you want something that's going to sort of blow your fucking mind, then there's the Mirror, mate. There's no doubt about it, it does that. But for me, the lazy bastard, the guy who likes a fucking wick on the fly, just get it done, get it out there, and fucking off you go, and have a vape. It's a little bit overcomplicated, and for those of you who are new to fucking rebuildables, this is definitely not for you, because it is a tricky bastard. Okay, thank you for watching this review, and we will see you. Look at my head. On the next one. Stay safe.